Hello, bright and shiny beacons of light, Backstage Pass members, YouTube fans and friends, and Facebook fans and friends. I'm Michael Sandler, your host on InspireNationShow.com. Come on over to Inspire Nation, sign up for our newsletter. You'll get tools, tips, helpful information, and more. Tonight, I want to talk with you about being brave and stepping into your true, authentic self. Before I do that, I want to cover a few brief housekeeping items. And if I sound like a chipper monkey tonight, rather than my usual centered, grounded self, it's because we're moving in 2 days. So we decided we would do this YouTube Live, our weekly event, before moving. But it's really an exciting time here in the Inspire Nation Show headquarters and in the Michael and Jessica household as well. First off, our automatic writing program, we put it on sale for the move. If you come on over to InspireNationUniversity.com, you can click on the automatic writing program to get 30% off. Simply use the coupon code MOVING30, M-O-V-I-N-G 30. Secondly, we're 100% supported by you, our audience. If you like what you're hearing here, if you love our shows, become a Backstage Pass member. Become a member of the Inspire Nation family. Simply visit patreon.com, Patreon.com /Inspire Nation. Again, Patreon.com /Inspire Nation, and come support the show, become a member of the family. Lots of gifts, prizes, and more when you do that, along with our daily wow or daily words of wisdom. Please, 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 above all else, if you like what you're hearing, share the video, share on Facebook, share everywhere you can so we can truly help the world one person and one share at a time to shine bright. With that said, I want to talk about a person tonight who has helped the world to shine bright, somebody that I just watched a movie of his story on Netflix, and forgive me, there will be lots of spoilers in here, so lots of spoiler alerts. I want to talk about Pele, perhaps the greatest footballer or soccer player who has ever lived. Now, Pele grew up in a very poor community in Brazil, probably in Rio, and he was so poor that he didn't have any shoes. So poor that he wanted to play soccer, and what they did is grab laundry, I don't even think it was their own laundry, and rolled it up, stuffed it up into a ball, and then would play soccer or this kind of game of keep the ball off of the ground with his friends running throughout town. Now, at one point, he gets the opportunity to play the local kids in a tournament where there would be scouts there. And he had to lie to his family and say he wasn't going to play in this tournament because his dad apparently had been a footballer and had injured himself and was now working cleaning bathroom stalls and cleaning bedpans as a janitor, and wanted his son to have a better life. So he was banned from playing football or playing soccer. He went to this tournament, though, with his friends. They made it up to the semifinals. In the semifinals, they actually sewed their own jerseys together so that they would not be shirtless. They were called the Shoeless Ones, and they played phenomenally well. But they were heckled for being the Shoeless Ones. And so they actually stole some peanuts, raised some money to get them some shoes for the final game, and guess what happened? Halfway through the final game, they're tanking it because they're wearing shoes and they're playing somebody else's game. How many times in life do we go through life playing somebody else's game, trying to be somebody else, someone, well, heck, we've all gone on dates, speaking from myself personally here, and tried to be somebody we're not so that somebody would like us. How often do we do that in school? How often do we do that in work? How often do we do that in our career path? Try to fit in so that somebody or an entire society would like us. Just like Pele in that game, we end up falling flat. Fortunately, before the end of the game, he stripped off his shoes and became the hero. They didn't win the game. They lost by 1 goal, but he did get the invitation of a scout, and he had changed the hearts of the entire audience who were chanting his name. It was actually a name that was heckled. It wasn't his chosen name. It was to make fun of him, calling him Pelé. But that name stuck. Then he gets on to 5 years later, he gets on to a youth team, then a club team, then a pro team each time his coaches are telling him not to play the way he knows the game, not to play what's called Jenga, which is the ancient way. It was this warrior technique that he had learned from African warriors from generations gone by that allowed him to do extra special things with the ball. He was told not to play Jenga, that Jenga was banned, that he had to play the white European way. And when he played the white European way, he again fell flat on his face. Brazil made it to the semifinals in the World Cup. Once every 4 years, he's on the team, the youngest player ever, until he starts sharing just a little bit of his Jenga. And they won the game, fortunately, and his coach tore him apart and said, you're not going to play like a primitive. You're not going to play like, I can't think of the word for it, like an uncivilized human being. You will play the way everybody else plays. And in the final game, they were losing until over halfway through. Pele says, this isn't working for me. I'm going to play the game my way. He scored, I think it was 2 goals in that game. They went on to win that game something like 5-1. They completely shocked the world. He ended up winning 3 World Cup titles. Nobody else has done that in the history of football. And on it went to become the winningest footballer ever because he played it his way. That's my challenge for you here this evening. That's my challenge for you moving forward. We are energetic beings. We are spiritual beings living a human existence. We're all magicians and we're all alchemists, meaning as above, so below. We create on the other side of the veil and we bring about the reflection into the mirror of this existence. What does that mean? It's all about energy. You bring passion, you bring excitement, you bring inspiration in spirit. Inspiration to whatever you do. You can't help but succeed. If instead you try to be a square peg in a round hole world, you try to fit into somebody else's game, you fall flat on your face. Worse than that, everybody is getting more energy sensitive than ever, which means if you're not genuine, people can see you a mile away or even 10 miles away. You don't get the job, you don't get the girl or guy, you don't get the results you're looking for, and everybody runs the other way and you're going, what happened? Was it that? What the stink is you trying to be someone you're not. Because who you are is great, who you are is grand, who you are is holy. For you are a spiritual being. You came from spirit. You came from love. When you bring that forth, you can't help but succeed. When we were trying to decide what to do with Inspire Nation, we knew we wanted to make a show. We didn't know what that show would be about. We were told, well, you're runners. You should make it a running show. But that didn't really feel like it encompassed us. You guys are health nuts. You should make it a health show. That didn't really seem to encompass us. You teach mindful running. You should have it be a mindfulness show. Also didn't feel right. Everything we were told by well-meaning loved ones in our life didn't feel genuine. It felt slightly off. Who we are spiritual beings in a self-help world that really want to help the world to shine bright. We have this big, giant, overarching goal to help shift consciousness and elevate the vibration of the planet. Anything less than that wouldn't be just selling the goal or selling the dream short. It'd be selling ourselves short. And when we sell ourselves short, we're not coming from that passion and excitement, and it won't take off. So instead, we brought who and what we truly are to the game, and our show, of course, has taken off. Not only that, but I'm the woohoo guy. Woohoo! What does that mean? I'm the guy who goes around in life woohooing. I am genuinely happy most of the time, not quite all the time, happy in life, excited in life, and bring a childlike joy, not childish joy, a childlike joy to everything that I do. So in the beginning, I'm going, woohoo! And we're getting comments. You shouldn't woohoo like that. You shouldn't laugh like that. You need to be more serious. You need to take these interviews and subject matters seriously, Mr. Sandler. Seriously. And I was like, maybe they're right. Maybe I need to cut back on my woohoos. I remember actually getting scared after my first Dr. Joe Dispenza interview because I'm like, did I offend him by woohooing too much? And I rushed off the call. Usually I make great friends with people, and I've done that since, but I got off of that call all beat red and afraid because I'd been my genuine self almost. But I wasn't quite there, and I was scared to be who I truly am. Will I be respected? Will I scare people away? But what I've learned since then is, first off, you can't please everyone. Trying to please everyone is a surefire way to fail. I think it was Firestone Tires. Years ago, they had like a 95% approval rating. And so the board members, I don't remember how the meeting all went, they said, we've got to get that 5% that aren't happy with us. And they did everything in their power to make the 5% that were unhappy happy. And they tanked their overall approval rating because they were chasing their tail and no longer themselves. When they went back to being themselves, they had a record approval rating. When I tried to take out my woohoo, it didn't feel genuine. When I tried to censor my woohoo, it didn't feel genuine. And I started double thinking and triple thinking. Did I woohoo enough? Have I woohooed too much? Can I woohoo? Do I not woohoo? And it was driving myself mad. Until I realized, woohoo is what I am. And when I woohoo, either people love it or they don't resonate with it. That's okay too. So I want to challenge you, and not so much to grow thicker skin, but do not worry. Everybody else's opinion is not your business. The only opinion of you that matters is you, not your ego, not the small mind, but your heart. How do you feel in your heart? Are you being true to yourself? Are you being genuine to yourself? Are you being your true, authentic self and living the life that you were meant to lead? If you're doing that, then don't worry at all about anybody else's opinion. And if you're not doing that, don't worry at all about anybody else's opinion. Last, I want to mention Adam Rippon, truly my hero, if I'm pronouncing that way, at the last Winter Olympics. He came out for being gay, for being a figure skater who is gay, which you shouldn't even be a big deal in 2018, should be a non-issue. But he was so centered in who he was that he turned in the performances of a lifetime because he wasn't concerned about anybody else's opinion. All he was doing is being his true self. And what he was doing is truly letting his true self shine. And so that is my challenge for you today. You truly, truly owe it to yourself. With that said, I'm going to open it up for questions. We may run a little bit short. I'm metering my energy tonight as we are in the middle of a move. We are 2 days away. No, correction. We are 36 hours away from having the moving truck here and moving to our new dream home in Colorado. Thank you to Jessica, who's the one typing on here. I want to say thank you for running the show, Jessica. Thank you for everything, Jessica. Thank you for being the love of my life. And thank you for, as a co-creation with the universe, finding the most amazing, miraculous place. And I'm not even sure we fully shared that story yet. And maybe we will get into that. With that said, one more time here, come on over to InspireNationUniversity.com if you want our automatic writing program at 30% off. Use the coupon code MOVING30. We've got our Backstage Pass. Come support the show, become a member of the Inspire Nation family. Come on over to patreon.com, patreon.com/Inspire Nation. Become a member, support the show. You help keep us going and going strong. And share. With that said, let's dive right into the questions. And thank you so much for joining us here this evening. And Jessica, do you know where we start with questions here tonight?
Somebody earlier asked about losing weight.
And
repeat the question.
Is the question about... I've been waiting for so long, Manuela Cavazos. I've been waiting for so long. Can you give me information to lose weight, please? Hi, Manuela. Yes, I can. The most important diet in the world is the one that works for you. What's the one that works for you, Manuela? The one that is sustainable. Make small, shifts. Take out one thing at a time. For me, now I admit my bias. I'm whole food, plant-based. I'm almost entirely vegan. Jessica sneaks in an egg on occasion. She wants to top me off. That's great. She sneaks in some ghee for my GI system. That's great. But I'm primarily whole food, plant-based. What I am doing is I am looking at how much nutrition can I get in each meal. Notice I didn't say calories. And again, I'm not a health expert, I'm not a registered nutritionist, and this is not medical information. But my recommendation is to start replacing empty calories with organic, whole food goodness. So get the sugar out, get the artificial sweeteners out. If you take one thing out of your diet that will help you lose weight, as crazy as it sounds, take out the blue packets, the pink packets, and the yellow packets. They feed the bad GI inside of you, the bad bugs in your intestinal tract. They throw everything out of balance. They throw your blood sugar levels out of balance, which is why you see so many people going around drinking their diet soft drinks and looking like they've been unfortunately supersized. It's the artificial sweeteners. Get the artificial sweeteners out. Get the empty calories out. See if there's one drink or one food a day that you can replace, and replace it with something that's as nutrient dense as possible. Think all of the colors of the rainbow. Don't be scared of fruits. Certainly don't be scared of vegetables, but say, I've got white flour, I've got white rice, I've got white sugar. What can I do to replace it with some color? That's where I'd start, Manuela. I would take it one baby step at a time. You don't need to be the pendulum swinging all this direction. Oh, I have a super, super pure diet, and then crash and go all the other way in the other direction and say, I can't do any of this. It's useless. With that said, one last thought. It's never actually about the diet. It's about the inside. Get clear on why you want to lose weight. Get clear on how important this is for you. Make that decision. It really is all about a decision. Step forward into your power, and you will step forward into the new you. I know you can do this, Manuela. I know it, I know it, I know it. And thank you, beautiful question, and we send all our love and cheer you on this. Woo! Next question, Jessica. And while you're looking for questions, hi Misha Vernon, hi Palma Stevens, hi Red Rocket Resells, hi Ground Control Horseshoes, hi to Texas, hi Angela J. How are we doing?
What if people think I'm crazy for starting a new business?
Be crazy like a fox.
That's the question.
I was just asked, what if people think you're crazy for starting a new business? Now, if you have a history of starting business after business after business after business, and they blow up time after time after time again, I want you to dive into automatic writing. I want you to dive into journaling. I want you to get very, very clear on what you're doing and why, and learn from your past, not mistakes, learnings. We've had these challenges ourselves. There's nothing wrong with it. Almost every great entrepreneur has tanked a business or two or gone bankrupt a time or two themselves, and we have had our share of difficulties as well. With that said, everybody else's opinion is none of your business. I like moving slowly. I like being conservative. I like doing my homework, and then I like jumping into the fire with both feet. Not what everybody else says. Nobody in this world shares your passion, because nobody is living in your heart. Loved ones may understand, loved ones may not understand, and loved ones who may want the best for you may be terrified of you jumping off the cliff and you saying you're going to grow the wings on the way down. Their fear should not be the limiting factor in you. Your fear should not be the limiting factor in you. You have to listen to your heart. But the reason we teach automatic writing and swear by it so much is you need to be able to go quiet drop down and listen and hear what your heart has to say. But if the heart is screaming at you to go forward, we knew Colorado. We've known for a while Colorado was the place that we needed to go next. But why Roaring Forks Valley? Why right outside Aspen? We didn't have a clue. It was a calling. It was a gut feeling. Intellectually, up in the head, it didn't make any sense. Jessica's now found the most amazing, incredible dream home because we listened to our gut. Again, on a head level, it didn't make sense. So everybody around us might be saying, why don't you just go back to Boulder? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Because they're not feeling the tug that we're feeling in our hearts. You have to respect that tug, and that's what you have to go for. So brilliant, brilliant question. Thank you so much for asking. Ready for the next question? Keep scrolling. Hi, small wildflowers. Hi. Yes, Pele's birth name. Edson Arantes do Nascimento. If I pronounce that even close. Hi, Gabcam. Scrolling. I am scrolling. Gabcam. Okay, back. Down. It won't go down anymore. I have a question, Gabcam. How do you know if you're guided from higher power or the ego? Great question, Gabcam. This is where going quiet helps. This is where automatic writing helps. This is where something like morning pages can help. And this is where understanding ego is a fear-driven voice. Ego is the woulda, shoulda, coulda, if only, why didn't you? You missed your opportunity, you've blown it, you've done it again. That's the voice of the ego. It's designed to keep you small and to protect you. It doesn't really care if you succeed or not. It wants to keep you in your place. So it's going to be a fear-based voice. Heart is expansive, is joyous, is over the top, is a feeling, a calling, is a I feel I need to do this. I went on a book tour that never should have happened in 2013. A book tour that I thought would be really successful. I thought would do great. I thought I needed to go on, but it didn't feel right. And sign after sign came to us beforehand. But I confused ego with heart. I thought my way into it, where my gut was twisted in two. Now, there can be fear that you get to step forward into, but it's very different than the gut doubling over on you. It is a head-based fear. How can you tell the difference? Lean into your fear. If you have fear, go fear. Where are you in the body? I'm in the solar plexus. I'm in the heart. I'm in my back, shoulder, or neck. And go into that and say, why is it there? Where is it coming from? Feel it, feel it, feel it. And usually ideas, feelings, or thoughts will pop into your head. Do not push the fear away. It only grows stronger. Instead, lean into it. But Gabcam, I would take long walks in the woods. I would talk to the crickets. I would hug the trees. I would journal and write and do automatic writing like there is no tomorrow. And I would meditate and go quiet and listen. The discernment is in the silence. That's where you'll catch it. Last thought I have, Gabcam, if you're going 100 miles an hour, you can't hear the difference. There is no way to tell. It is only when you slow down. Always and only. We tanked our business on Maui because we thought we knew whether it was head or heart, but I was driving us with the pedal to the metal, and there is not a chance in the world to hear. Back off of the gas, slow down, and you'll be able to hear. So thank you for the brilliant question. All right, what do we have next, Jessica?
Bethany asks, how is it best to say or write affirmations? It is coming, I am now, ... I feel, etc.
Great question, Bethany. I'm going to take a different approach than almost anybody else out there. And I'm going to say that there is no one right way to write your affirmations. It's all about the energy. Now, I love to do it with gratitude. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. Thank you for the other. Conversely, on the other side, I like to go into prayer and say, please may have, please this, please that, please the other. So there is no one right way to do it. It's really about how much do you want it? How much can you see it? How much can you feel it? How expressive can it be? You know, if you're running through, and I just realized I don't have my prayer beads on my wrist, which I usually do as I'm running through love during this show. When I'm wearing my prayer beads, and I was doing this to teach myself about self-love. If I'm going, I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. I just want to jump out of a first floor window because I'm not bringing the energy to it that works. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. Thank you for this beautiful day. Thank you for this beautiful day. Thank you for this beautiful day. Get into the joy, into the excitement. If you can't bring it to it initially, that's okay too. Just do the best you can. Affirmations, thank you, gratitude, love, asking, all of it is good. Any which way you want to write it, do it over and over and over again and feel it as best you can in your heart. Thank you, Bethany, for the beautiful question. Do we have a next question? Hi, Sick Nasty. Hi, Arthur Ivanovsky. Just curious, both of my parents have passed on. Why haven't I heard from them on the other side like some people do? Arthur, that is a brilliant question. And first off, my heart goes out to you. So let me not take that away from you. I send you all my love. With that said, people come to us when the time is right. And even for many mediums and channels and spiritual experts out there, it's not on our timing. People come to us when it's time for them to come to us. Often it takes quieting the mind. Often it takes getting in a more centered place. But there's no like right time for it to happen. I'd certainly work on the journaling or automatic writing, on quieting the mind. And I would ask, and I would pray, and I would pray like there's no tomorrow for a sign, for a symbol, to know that they're there. I promise you they are there. There is even a funny way to put it, because when we think outside of 3 dimensions, there is no there out there. It's all here. As crazy as that sounds, it's all in here, and we're in here too. So they can't be anywhere but here. On the other hand, from the mediums and channels we've had on the show, oftentimes we have to raise our energy up in order for them to reach us, and it's hard for them. They have to reach their energy down. They're not just suddenly enlightened just because they're on the other side of the veil. They're still who they are. So they have to learn how to lower their energy down in order for people to meet in the middle. That can take time. A last thought that I have on this is we recently had a beautiful interview with John Holland, who is an amazing channel on this very topic. And I believe that one has aired on YouTube. I know it's live on iTunes as well. You can listen or watch that on techniques on how to raise your frequency up to help call them in. I would go to prayer, and do a lot of the other goodness that we're talking about to learn how to raise your vibration up. I would certainly be going to meditation. I would certainly be going to automatic writing and working to quiet the monkey mind. And what is a monkey mind? A monkey mind is chatter, 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 worry, 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 concern, concern, concern. Is basically an out of control monkey. It's an old Buddhist term, although I'm not sure that the Buddhists can hold copyright on it. It's probably been around the block a time or two. But as you start to quiet the mind, you're able to hear them better. I think I said last thought, but I'm going to give you one more last thought. get out to nature as much as you can, as far away from it all as you can. The more you're out in nature, the more the mind is going to quiet, the more you're able to see signs and symbols in the world around you, and the more you're able to hear from them. But prayer, go to prayer, go to prayer, and go to prayer. Beautiful, beautiful question. And Arthur, send all my love. So I see Simply Faye. Is there another one that I should go with?
Gabcam asks, how do you know if you're guided from your higher power or your ego? Please repeat the question.
Gabcam, how do you know if you're guided from your higher power or your ego? That's the one I believe I just answered 5 or 10 minutes ago. Yep. So we've got that one. But I think you're on track here, and I think there was another one that you were just about to get to, which was Simply Faye, was it? Well, Simply Faye asks, when we'll have another show with CJ Liu. Regards to CJ, by the way. Simply Faye, we have right now, there is a slight bottleneck with the move going on, which is Jessica is the amazing, amazing guru behind every online presence we have until we have the funds in, and I'm sure that's coming quickly, if not already here. I believe the funds are coming for us to bring somebody else on board to help her to get this job done and help extricate this from her. So basically, here's how it works. On iTunes, on iHeartRadio, we air 5 shows a week, and 1 day a week is a CJ show. However, on YouTube, Jessica has been able to upload at most 3 shows a week because she only has 2 arms. And with the move is now at, and with how she had to fly to Aspen twice to find us her home, she is down to 2 shows a week at being able to upload. So she goes through and tries to get through all of the guests and through CJ, which means it takes a while to come back around to that next CJ show and then next CJ show. So the best thing you can do, Simply Faye, is help pray and send your love, and everybody send your support so that we can get another team member on board so that we can get you these shows quickly, because they are there. They are in the queue. They are waiting. 4 or 5 shows a week we could be uploading onto YouTube when we have that assistance, and we would love, love, love to do that. And I will pass on your props to CJ. She loves hearing that and loves hearing from people. Adam Chamberlain. And then there's another Simply Faye question as well. So I'll go to Adam, and then we'll come back up to Simply Faye. Hi, Adam. When it comes to choosing your one thing, where is the sweet spot between something I will accomplish in an hour versus something that encompasses my whole life? Let me step back and think about that for a second. Where is the sweet spot between something I will accomplish in an hour versus something that encompasses my whole life? This may be, Adam, the chop wood, carry water question, which is, I have this whole grand goal for my life, as we do, to help shift the collective and raise the energy of raise the consciousness of the planet. That is our encompassing one thing, helping the world to shine bright whilst taking care of our family, our health, and our loved ones with childlike joy, bringing more childlike joy to the world. With that said, we still get to do things that aren't on our top 10 fun list. How do we do that while we have this overarching goal? You get to fit it in. So chopping wood, carrying water, doing the day-to-day tasks allows us to focus on our one thing. It's not mutually exclusive. So our one thing, helping raise the consciousness of the planet, is not in helping the world to shine bright. It's not mutually exclusive that if we needed to get a day job, if we needed to repair a car windshield, if we needed to clean the house, these are not things that are taking us away from that. They're actually helping us to be able to do that, because we have to take care of ourselves. We are spiritual beings living a physical existence, and so these are things we have to do. Just as if you say, I'm spiritual, my overarching goal has nothing to do with money, that doesn't exclude you from getting or needing to make money, because that's what puts the food on the table. That's what keeps the roof over your head. So you can still have this giant overarching goal and still get to step forward into the day by day. With that said, write down your goal every single morning so that you know what it is inside and out. When you do that, you will make decisions that are always 100% in alignment with your big picture goal. Because it's one thing to say, my goal is to become an amazing artist, and then you support yourself by having a job that you work 16 hours a day and you can't ever do your art. That's completely out of alignment. If you write down your big picture goal, your one thing in life every single day, which is why I challenge people, and I'll challenge you. Come up with a mission statement. Start with a 2-page mission statement. Whittle it down to a page, then whittle it down to 2 paragraphs, then to a paragraph, then to a couple sentences, and write those couple sentences down each and every morning, and it will help you stay on path and on target. Beautiful question, Adam, and we send you all our love. It is always so great hearing from you. Do we have a next question, or should I go back to Simply Faye? All right, going back to Simply Faye, and we'll probably cut this off at the top of the hour tonight to allow us time to get work done with our move. Okay, Simply Faye, how do I attract abundance into my life? I want to be able to pursue my passion projects without being stressed about money. Thank you. Brilliant, brilliant question, Simply Faye. First off, make it a priority. We often say, I want abundance, I need abundance. Abundance is so important, but we don't make it a priority. How do you make it a priority? Well, we can have a mission statement for our life, but we can also have a mission statement for this year. If each and every morning your mission statement is to bring in more abundance into your life to pursue your passion projects, you will find a way to bring more abundance into your life to pursue your passion projects. Also, I always recommend writing a letter to your good friend money. I can't take credit for this. We've had many guests on the show who have shared about this, including Jensen Sherrill, How to Become a Badass at Making Money or at Wealth, including, Jessica, do you remember that angelic guest that we had on from Iran? He escaped, or from Beirut, Lebanon. He escaped, and he was talking about money.
Emmanuel Dagger.
To Emmanuel Dagger, another beautiful, beautiful soul. Thank you so much. Write a letter to money as if it's a long-lost friend who you probably haven't treated so well, and get clear on what this relationship looks like, and apologize if you need to, and lay out how you're going to treat money differently. On top of that, take care of your money. Treat your money well. Bless your money before you send it out. Money is currency. Currency is circulation. Don't hoard your money. Allow the money to flow, in quotes. It has to flow. On top of that, start a 10% account right away. If you don't think you can afford 10%, try it for a month. If you can't do it, back it down. If you had to, back it all the way down to 1%. But the funny thing happens when you put aside 10% of your money, basically tithe to yourself, and put it in an untouchable account, except for extreme emergencies. When you do that, universe fills in the gap. Universe brings you more money to fill in what you've just socked away, because universe has learned that you can be trusted with money. The more you can be trusted with money, the more money you're given. So a last note, and I have one more after this, is get a budget going, Simply Faye. So many of us are scared to look at money. I've been one of them, Simply Faye. And when we're scared to look at money, money doesn't come to us because it becomes scared of us. Money is an entity. Money is a being. Make friends with money. Make a great relationship with money. Hang out with money. Talk with money. Write a budget about money. And I love mind maps. And Jessica had a brilliant idea, which is to draw out a map on a piece of paper of what you're doing with your current amount of money. What you would do if, let's say, you had $500 more a month. What you would do if you even had $1,000 more a month. So look at where your money's going. Look at where you want your money to go. And anywhere that you're scared around money, and this is a big theme here tonight, Lean into it, Simply Faye. Feel the fear, go into it, even go for a walk with that fear and say, fear, what are you here to teach me? What do I have to learn so that I can step forward into my true abundance? And I see somebody, I can't tell whom, but somebody just gave us, Gabcam, thank you, thank you, thank you. So Gabcam just gave us a $20 donation on YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot thank you enough. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Woohoo! Thank you, thank you, thank you, Gabcam. We send you all our love. All right.
Simply Faye also donated.
Simply Faye also donated. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Simply Faye. And this is circulation. This is how money comes back around. Jessica has been challenging us. As we're growing more abundant, we are now tipping how much, Jessica?
At least 25%.
At least 25%. The more that we give money away, the more money comes back to us. That's circulation, that's currency. So I challenge you not to hold on to, not to hoard, because when you do that, you set a lack mentality. I don't have enough, therefore I can't. And when you do that, you help bring about lack, and therefore I can't. And a last note on the subject is the words that you want to use less than any others in the world. I can't afford this. When you can't afford it, you will never be able to afford it because you've made a declaration statement. Instead, I choose not to allocate the resources to that now. Now, of course, you may not have those resources, but you're choosing, which means you're being proactive rather than reactive. You're coming from a positive place, a place of positive energy. You're coming from a place of not no, not never, but a not yet. I choose not to allocate my resources to that at this present time. Now, it could be that that Ferrari, you're choosing not to allocate the resources to it because you're in tremendous debt. That's okay too. It will all come over time. And I use Ferrari as an example. It doesn't have to be a Ferrari. It could be a Tesla. It could be a Prius. It could have nothing to do with cars. Understand though, it's okay to be abundant in this world. It's okay to have money in this world. It's okay to have physical possessions in this world. And it's okay to rock this world using your money to make massive change in the world, or do what I call the Archimedes syndrome, which is give me a large enough lever and I will move the world. Money is energy. The more you attract into your life, the more money that you have, not to hoard, not to hold on to, but to use as a lever to change the world, the more good you can do the world. We can all make a difference with or without money. Money's not the root of all evil. The love or lust of money, that's the root of all evil. But money's just energy. So if you can overcome that hurdle, you can bring in more and do what you are passionate about. And when you do, like Simply Faye talks about, the passion projects, the thing that you're most excited about because you brought in the funds to do that, you will excite others, you will influence others in the most positive ways, you will be a contagious change maker of positivity, of positive energy, of passion in this world. I think we have time for probably one more question, maybe two. Thank you, Simply Faye. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Thank you so much, Simply Faye. Did we have one more question?
Small wildflowers, right? How do I say that to my child in a way that she'll understand?
Are we talking about money, small wildflower? Let's say that we are talking about money. Kids get energy much better than we do. They really do. If you can help them see the benefit of sharing, tremendous. If you can help them to see how they can use their money, tremendous. If you can help them see how putting money aside, tremendous. If you can help them see how they can build things with money, tremendous. Above and beyond all else, small wildflowers. You have to be the change you want to see in your children. They're watching you. Above and beyond all else, if you teach them one thing about money, but you do another thing, if you talk to them about all the benefits of abundance, and then you're scared when paying your bills, they will pick up on that faster than... So you get to come in congruence, and they will come along for the ride as well, and very well may become your teacher too. After all, that's what they're here for. Well, that and their own spiritual journey. All right, I do have time. We've got 2 minutes left. Time for one last question, if we've got one. Looking to see if there is one last question. And if not, we will wrap things up. All right, we will call this good for this evening. We'll call this a little bit of an abridged session. So let's talk turkey. Actually, I love turkeys. I am not sure whether we will hold a live next week or not. I will try to post something in our community page. I've had difficulty accessing that, so I will do my best to post if I can. The challenge is we are pulling into Colorado approximately 1 week to a couple hours from now, and we may be absolutely exhausted driving a truck. It's getting dark, and we're wondering, are we there yet? Are we there yet? As we're going through the mountains of Colorado. I will do my best to let people know. If we don't have it next week, and my guess is we will not, then we will come back at our regularly scheduled time, 7-11 Eastern time, I believe it will be, the following week. With that said, we may make a note on our community page as well, as we may be shifting that back a little bit for people on the West Coast over the next couple weeks. We're going to play this by ear and kind of wing this as we get used to the mountain time zone, since we have people watching and following from around the world. So, last notes for everybody. If you love this, share. Help others to find the show. Help others to get this great information. If you want the automatic writing program, we put it on sale just until, I think it's until May 1st. So the truck will still be on the road. But through the move here, we've got it on sale. You can go over to InspireNationUniversity.com, type in the coupon code MOVING30 to get 30% off. And last, come support the show. Thank you so much for your love and support. Come on over to Patreon, patreon.com/InspireNation. Become a part of the Inspire Nation family. We send you all your love, and your support goes to a great cause, helping us to help the world to shine bright. I want to thank you all so much for all your love, for all your support. Realize you are the most special, precious, incredible, wonderful, over-the-top, amazing person in the world. Yes, I'm talking to you, not somebody else. You're precious, you're delicate, you're incredible, and you have the divinity, the divine, the spark of life inside of you. Use it for all it's worth. Drive the tires or the wheels off of the car. Live life to every moment. Do not play it small. You did not come here to play life small or to play life safe. Play it the biggest game you possibly can. The worst case scenario that happens, you went for it. And nothing can be taken away from you when you live the biggest game that you can. We never regret, never ever regret that we tried something. It's the things we don't go for that eat us away for the rest of our lives. That's giving away our soul. That's dying a little bit inside. And I want to see you truly shine bright. So live your biggest game. That's all I got. I want to send love and props out to Jessica, who is running everything behind the scenes. And I am going to do everything in our power to help you to be able to do less and for more to be done with the show without you being stuck on the computer, without you having to do all of the YouTube uploads, without you having to do all the stuff That is not what makes your heart shine. And that is my commitment to you, to figure that out. I write it out every single day at the top of my automatic writing now. I am on fire and committed that we can get you out of this.
I'm focused on what I'm going to do with my free time.
Woohoo!
You might want to repeat that.
She says she is focused on what she's going to do with her free time. So that is going to attract it in more than really anything I can do as well. So yes, attract away what you desire to do with your free time. And I'm writing that down as well, what I'm going to do with my free time as we get more assistants on board, because we go at a very, very special, silly pace, and we would like to be able to breathe into our new home and really get to play in Colorado, wouldn't we?
Start a family.
That's part of the play.
And start a family.
And start a family. All right, we send all our love. Have the most beautiful, beautiful evening ahead and new week ahead. Above and beyond all else, shine bright.